Gary Gensler to submit resignation following internal investigation by USA Congress. Using Twitter, Gary Gensler, who's now serving as the chairman of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, has dropped hints about his intention to step down from his position. This is an unexpected turn of events. In a tweet, he expressed his appreciation for his tenure as chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission and highlighted the commitment of the SEC staff to serve investors and issuers. On the other hand, this seemingly innocuous message conceals a more profound tale of strain and controversy that has surrounded Gensler's tenure, notably in reference to his views on cryptocurrencies and current legal issues with companies such as Ripple Labs. Gensler is under increasing pressure from Congress to reconsider his strong legal measures against numerous cryptocurrency companies, notably Ripple Labs and its digital asset XRP. This pressure is the impetus for Gensler's planned departure, which is expected to take place soon. Gensler has been accused of impeding capital markets and innovation with his tough regulatory agenda, according to Congressman Patrick Machinery, who has been loud in his criticism of Gensler. A divide has been developed between Gensler and certain members of Congress as a result of the collision of beliefs among them about the regulation of cryptocurrencies, which has ultimately resulted in calls for his resignation. Critics and legal defeats await SEC and cryptocurrency cases chairman of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has been completely overwhelmed by the amount of criticism leveled towards him. The comments and even decisions made by the courts involving the agency's lack of competency, bias, and contempt for regulations in light of the upcoming November elections and cryptocurrency scandals, it seems that the Securities and Exchange Commission has found its scapegoat. According to sources close to the matter, the SEC has incurred substantial losses in cryptocurrency cases and has severed ties with attorneys Michael Welch and Joseph Watkins. This month, the two attorneys were informed that they would be fired unless they resigned, and they voluntarily submitted resignation letters. Their involvement in legal proceedings regarding the litigation in which Debtbox was involved in Salt Lake City's federal district court served as leverage. Robert Shelby was quite critical of the group, saying that they were misleading and lacked evidence. In March, Shelby proceeded to punish the agency for misusing their authority by taking legal action. In addition, the SEC chairman made a number of mistakes and had to apologize after excessively abusing his position. In light of recent events, SEC Chief Gary, known for his harsh words that imply a crackdown on cryptocurrency, issued an apology, but the agency's biased attitude remains unchanged. The personnel will receive training that they would have a greater degree of caution in a situation like this. Person Earl said, adding that the most recent ruling, which required the SEC to pay for some of the costs associated with the action, was the final straw. Will the pressure on cryptocurrencies ease? 2 of the 5 SEC commissioners have stated that the agency has taken a zero-tolerance approach on cryptocurrency. This follows the approval of an exchange-traded fund by the SEC, or the statement that the SEC is clearly trying to limit cryptocurrency and that something needs to be changed. At the moment, the SEC is looking for scapegoats and trying to stop cryptocurrency companies from using their recent rulings as abuse of office in court cases involving XRP coin because an agency official has made statements about the cryptocurrency in the past. It was not the intention of the agency to be bound by the utterances, which were considered personal opinions. The deadline for the SEC to receive the disclosure of internal policy regarding cryptocurrency trading is August 31, 2021. The Securities and Exchange Commission was required to provide its internal regulations on cryptocurrency trading due to a fresh deadline extension. The disclosure aimed to reveal the SEC's operations and analyze how such actions could impact the case. The expert discovery period begins on October 15th and ends in 2021. The purpose of this process was to gather insights from cryptography and securities professionals in order to gain a better understanding of the topic and their professional viewpoints on it. The deadline for the release of confidential documents has been pushed back to January 24, 2020. With the appeal against Judge Netburn's prior order to disclose some government documents, Ripple Labs now has until February 17, 2022 to file their paperwork. On September 17, 2022, Ripple submitted their initial motions for judgment. A major step forward in the continuing legal process has been reached as the Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple Labs have both filed their first motions for summary judgment. The Chamber of Digital Commerce's brief was allowed by the court on September 21, 2022, after the motions presented a thorough explanation of the parties' reasoning and stances on the topic. The court considered the petition to submit a minor query brief by the Chamber of Digital Commerce, a US-based organization that advocates for blockchain technology. On December 2, 2022, the court authorized the distribution of comments from the CW brief. BC and Ripple Labs made their comments on the summary judgment applications public after the November 30 deadline. The papers also included the opposing party's rebuttal to the petition, so readers could gain a better understanding of their legal stance. On December 22, 2022, Hyman-related materials were sought to be withheld by the Securities and Exchange Commission. The Hyman records in the XRP case and any reference to them in Ripple Labs court filings during the Hyman documents were both sought to be kept secret by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Following a lengthy legal procedure, the files concerning Hyman were made public and presented to the public on June 12, 2023. Ripple and the SEC exchanged extensive information regarding the paper's significance and their possible impact on the case. Finally, records belonging to William Hyman, the former head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, were made public. This added a new layer to the ongoing legal battle, which could have a major impact on the XRPC case. On July 13, 2023, the court sided with Ripple Labs, a win for the cryptocurrency industry against U.S. government regulators. Judge Torres found in Ripple's favor, ruling that the company had not broken any laws by selling XRP on public exchanges. But Ripple was hell-bent on breaking security regulations with every sale to institutional buyers. Judge Torres granted the SEC's motion for an appeal on August 15, 2012. The investment banker declarant was given until August 18, 2023 to submit their appeal to the court as part of their response to the appeal. On September 1, 2023, Ripple made it clear that the SEC lacked the necessary legal authority to make an informed conclusion. The Securities and Exchange Commission has until September 8, 2023 to provide a response. On October 3, 2023, Judge Torres rejected the SEC's interlocutory appeal petition, citing a lack of unusual circumstances as the reason. With the blessing of Judge Torres, the Securities and Exchange Commission dropped the charges against individual defendants Garlinghouse and Larson on October 23, 2023. XRP's trade volume nearly doubled in the past several days. On October 4, 2023, the Singapore branch of Ripple was granted a license to conduct business within the country. The SEC is asked to change the dates of the briefings. The agency's opening brief is due on March 22, 2024. Ripple's opposition brief is on April 22, 2024, and the SEC's reply brief is on May 6, 2024. On March 25, 2024, the SEC requested judgment saying that Ripple should pay fines totaling more than $2 billion. On April 22, 2024, Ripple Labs protested, saying they disagreed with the SEC's request for fines totaling more than $2 billion and instead offered to pay a fee of $10 million on April 23rd and 24th,